on? Welcome to a new episode of Minecraft. So as you can see, we've got a few things that are a little bit different. In my studio, there's a lot of things different. I'll go over a few of those as we're kind of walking around. The biggest noticeable thing probably is you can see that my display for my avatar has changed a little bit. I've got a little bit of a background. I'm sitting in a nice comfy chair now. I can move a little bit more and I have a mic there, so that's pretty cool. Other thing that's changed is, as you can see, that mic that's sitting right there in the display, I actually have my boom arm that finally came in, so that's making things a lot better. I don't have to sit so close to the screen. I'm kind of crouched all up on my desk, and I can kind of sit back and relax and play now. So what we're going to do today, where we left off, we had worked on the villager trader and we'd finally went into the nether. But I haven't gotten all the blocks that I need from the nether to kind of finish this building here. But something that we are desperately needing is we need a sugarcane farm. That's what we need. We need a sugarcane farm. So I hinted in a couple videos before, I kind of mentioned in there for y'all to say something down in the comments, which y'all think would be better. Should I just build an actual building kind of like this for the sugarcane farm, or should I build it kind of underground? I didn't get a whole lot of comments on that, and I kind of sat back and thought about it for a little bit. And I think the best thing to do is actually do a little bit of both, right? So what we've got is we've got this area right over here, and I haven't quite decided if it's going to go there or back here, but we've got this area where we're kind of surrounded by the mountains. And I was thinking it would be cool just to kind of build a structure kind of coming out of the mountains. And then, you know, we'll build it in there. I think that'll look good. Also, as you can see, I'm still running the texture packs and everything, so we do have all the crazy lighting and everything going on. I have been looking at a different block texture pack to go along with it to kind of complement it a little bit more. Hopefully, I should have that maybe in the next couple streams if I decide to get it. I haven't quite decided if I want to go that route. It is a little bit, it does put a little bit of a strain on my system if I run it. I mean, not a lot, because I've got a pretty beefy system. I built this whole rig just for streaming and gaming and stuff, and I actually built it specifically for being able to use the new graphics. So we should be fairly okay. I still want to, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it, and then I'm going to kind of run it through some test benches and see how well the system holds up to it and everything. But without that, you know, we're still doing okay with what we got. Kind of getting a little hungry, better go ahead and eat. And I'm going to go ahead and figure out where exactly we're going to build this. And then when I come back, we'll kind of show you what we got going on. Oh, also I want to mention that you probably hear some music in the background. So that's some royalty-free music from Spotify. So just a little something to add to the background, a little bit of sound, a little bit of music, kind of get us going. Let me know in the comments if you like that as well. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure out where we want to build this at, and then I'll come back and we'll go ahead and start working on it, kind of digging this out, and we'll get us another farm going. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Let me go ahead and figure some of this out, and we'll get to it. All right, so welcome back. Here we are. This is what we've got done so far. I've dug this area out right here. I went to the nether a little bit just to grab a little bit of quartz and everything. But you know, pretty much this is what we've got going on so far. We got this big area. I think I kind of maybe want to dig it back just a little bit more that way, just to give it a little bit more length. And then I think what we're going to do is this will be closed off. And I've decided that we're going to come in probably through here, and then there'll be a hallway that'll loop us around, and then we'll come in probably over here, or maybe even back here. And that's just so that we can optimize this farm. I want the farm to come as close to this area over here as possible, because I'm going to be spending some time, you know, over here working and everything. So the closer I am to this, the more it's going to run. And if I shove all of it back here, most of it won't be running as much. But if I can put the farm all the way to here, and then put the blocks that are going to kind of activate and receive signal more on this side, then it should operate the farm while I'm, you know, over in that area working. So that way, you know, we can optimize what we're getting from this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of work this out. I'm going to get the hallway built, dug out, and then we'll come back and we'll kind of start thinking about block palette and design, and you know, we'll get going. So I'll catch you guys in just a little bit. Let me finish this up and we'll get right to it. All right, so welcome back. Here we are with our little hole in the wall back here. Let's go ahead and walk through. I'll show you what we got going on. So right here we're gonna have a hallway. I have made it tall because oh, missed a couple right here. Whenever you have a tall ceiling, it kind of emphasizes the grandeur of the area, and that's kind of what I'm going with for this area. You know, I want it to be real kind of elegant. Let's throw that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come through this hallway. I'm going to have a kind of a piece right here, kind of something to catch your eye. I think it's going to be like a water design or something like that. Maybe a water wall would look really nice, and then some posters and stuff. And then we'll come on through down here. Again, all this will be decorated. I'm going to dig this out, probably one more on either side, just so we can actually create real walls, not just have it this stone. And then we'll come around the corner one more time, which will enter us into the grand hall. So right here, what we're planning on doing is I'm going to do probably just two. So one on either side of an automatic sugarcane farm. And then we'll kind of have this little area in the center to walk through, and we'll have it decorated, nice floor pattern and everything. Again, really tall ceilings create two things. So first off, let me set my controller aside for a second. So first off, what we're gonna have is space, right? It's gonna create this kind of open area, an open atmosphere, and two, it's gonna give us a lot of room to build our farms really tall. So that way, not only are we creating an area that doesn't feel enclosed, but we're also getting the most out of our space. That wall directly in front of us is only 1 block away from the area where I'll be doing most of my farming and you know, moving around and stuff like that. So that's gonna be good. That'll activate this area right here. And I think the next step is we're gonna go ahead and start working on blocks and a palette design. And I'm gonna kind of break away, get some stuff together, and then I'll come back and I'll show you guys kind of what we're gonna work with. And kind of what we're hoping to, you know, accomplish here. So give me a minute. I'll get everything together, probably go ahead and create a chest. That way we've got kind of a good idea of what we're going to be dealing with. And then I'll go through it all with you. Be right back in just a minute. All right, and welcome back. So as you can see, I've got this gold armor on. I've been in the nether. I had to get the resources that I was talking about to finish this area. And I've also went ahead and changed the texture pack. So we're dealing with a different texture pack here, which I like it a lot more. But let me show you a few things real quick. So we'll go down this hallway right here. As you can see, like I said, the textures are a lot different, and I've widened this area out. So we can go ahead and start working on it. I've still got to widen this hallway as well. But let me show you what I've got going on as far as the block palette that we're going to be using. It has changed quite a bit actually, because I was getting ready to start building this. I had went to the nether and I got a ton of resources, right? Like I got resources everywhere. And I was going to use the this for my block palette, but I wanted to go ahead and change the resource pack because I didn't want it to clash once I changed over to what we were going to be using, which is this right here. So I switched over, and as you can see, this is kind of what everything looks like now. And I'll go outside in a minute and kind of show you what everything looks that we've already built. But here we go. I've kind of set this up where I'm going to use these 3 blocks right here mainly. And then I was trying to decide on which wood would look best in here. And I'm kind of torn between the lighter color and then this one over here. Because everything, you're going to be kind of in a cavey area, and I don't want it. This one just kind of feels like it kind of blends in with like this block. And I want this to be a color that kind of pops out a little bit for the stuff we're going to use it for. So I'm thinking it's going to be one of those two. But I'm going to kind of decide on that and figure that out. But the lighting and everything with this new texture pack, because it is using the RTX, looks really good on everything. Especially like them gold blocks. I mean, the reflection on that looks amazing. And we're going to be using this a lot in this build. And then we've also got our glowstone here. So, you know, we can plop one of these down in front of each one of these blocks. And we kind of see how it's going to interact with everything. Now these, I'm not a fan of the texture on these, but I love the way that they put out the light. So I'm thinking about maybe kind of encasing them in glass to try to hide the texture a little bit. Because I think that might work. As a matter of fact, I'll go show you some of the glass real quick, and how it kind of interacts with this RTX pack that I've got built here. Also, it's nighttime, so that's gonna be fun. But as you can see, for the most part, like that just looks like normal glass. It does have a really nice texture to it. But let's go ahead and sleep. Because once we get everything built, it's going to be pretty bright in there. I mean, it's going to have a lot of light. We're going to try and use the rays. We're going to do skylights and stuff like that, so we can kind of get little rays of sun to go in there. But as you can see here now, ooh, number 1, I hear something coming, and number 2, I really need to eat and don't have any. Okay, let me grab something to eat before I can't even run anymore, before I starve. I think I had some food cooking. Oh, I think it's actually in the cave. Uh-oh. We might be in trouble here. I just need something. This will work real quick. We'll just cook these up real quick, and that way we'll get a little bite to eat. I'm gonna put this away. Oh, look, there's another one there. Throw that in there, get it cooking. All I need is 1. All right. So let me show you these windows and the way the glass works once you have light on the outside. So as you can see, it looks pretty good. You know, there's this little bit of a diffusion between them, and I'm actually trying this for the first time with y'all. So let's just throw a block right here, and then look at it from the other side. Yeah, it doesn't diffuse it as much as I was hoping. I'm kind of experimenting right now, but it does. There are some points, and then you've got the little lines around the edge of the glass there. So once you encase it, that actually doesn't look too bad. Just those little lines give it that little bit, and then that border around it. So I think that's what we're going to do for our lighting. Also, I do love the way it casts light. And do I have... I don't, okay. Well, we're gonna have to break it, and then I'll have to remake it. All right, so that's that. And then let's go ahead and take a look at all the textures. So as you can see, like these textures are completely different. I keep forgetting how strong that pick is sometimes. So we've got our stone bricks here, and they've got this nice darker texture to them, which I really like. And then the flowers and everything are a little bit more vibrant. They're pretty much the same, but they do have a little bit of a change to them, just to add just a little bit more color to all the flowers. Again, the grass is going to be textured a little bit differently. It looks a lot nicer. I wish all of it was like that, but I haven't found a texture pack for this version of Minecraft that works really well. Now, if I was running like Java, I mean, I've got a computer that's good enough to run Java and do like some really nice graphics, but I've already started here. I've always been on Bedrock. I kind of just want to continue with Bedrock. But, you know, everything else looks pretty close to the same. You know, the trees haven't changed too much. So, you know, it's just mainly going to be some of the stone block palettes. And then there's a few little other changes here and there that we'll notice as we go. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. I'm going to go ahead and work on getting that little hallway built, that first entrance hallway. And then probably that's going to be it for this episode. We're gonna get this part done. I'm gonna get all this closed up. I'm only using this just so I don't have to run around every time. But we're gonna get this built up, get it looking good, get this hallway right here done, and see right there how the light rays are coming through. They're kind of just shining right there. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to use this for a little bit of a dramatic lighting, and you know, we can maybe extend that this way. I really want to do it this way because here's the thing: the sun, right? The sun travels from that direction and goes to that direction. So if I had skylights, say, all along here, then as the sun went from one side to the other, you would really see it in this hallway. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of break away for a minute. I'll get this kind of build up. I'll come back and show you all the progress. And then we'll continue on. Probably next episode, we'll get this hallway and start the actual farm. And hopefully maybe finish it up in the next video, but we'll kind of see where it goes. It's actually quite a big build. It's going to take some time and some resources. Ooh, and look at that. Look at that dirt. I love that dirt. You can get close up and look at that. That looks really nice. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get this done, and I'll see y'all in just a minute. All right, we're back. Here we are with this little area finished up. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So what I've done is I've did the stone around the edges here to kind of create like a wall, and then I'm probably going to do a little bit more to the top just to kind of make it look like a structure. We added some nice lighting right here, so I kind of like this looks good. And then we've got the glass up top that we talked about, kind of giving us a little sneak peek of what's going on in there. But I found out an interesting fact. Instead of doing the skylight, the lapis and redstone blocks in this texture actually give off light, so I'm going to be using those a lot more. But let's just go ahead and we'll head inside here and kind of take a look and see what's going on. So what I've done, oh no, no. Ooh, that was close. How did you get in there? Oh man. All right, so we got to be careful for that apparently. Oh boy, my heart's racing now. All right, so let's take a look at what we got. We've got the lapis and the redstone, and what they're doing is they're giving this two-tone kind of feel in here, right? So we've got the blue lapis casting against this wall, and the redstone casting against this wall, and it just gives it a really good look, and I really like it. And then we did a nice little checker pattern up top here, so we'll head down here. I talked about, make sure nothing's around the corner. I talked about doing a water feature right here, but you know, with this lighting and then the way that it reflects off the gold blocks, I just really like that. I just decided, you know what, no water feature on this one. We're just gonna go real simple and nice, and I think it's a really clean look. So what we're gonna do for the next episode is we're gonna finish this up down this hallway and go ahead and start on the let me get rid of some of this. But we're gonna go ahead and start on the farm down there. What I want to do with this lighting is I'm going to carry this color palette down this hallway, and it's going to slowly transition to the glowstone light, because the glowstone light is more of like a nice cool light, like a white light, versus a colored light like that. Because once we get to the farm, I want it to be really bright, so I almost want it to feel like you've got like daylight lights, which the glowstone does that. So this whole hallway here will be glowstone. This one here will be, you know, half of those lights and then half glowstone. And then once we get into the main room where the farm's going to be, you know, this is going to be all glowstone. So do all the glowstone for the lighting in here, and I might use some of those other lights just kind of as an accent light here and there. I think those would work really good as accent lights. So with that, this episode is done. I will see y'all on the next episode. I'm going to try and get one out a little bit sooner. It's been a little crazy, but you know, just hang in there with me and we'll get this done. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.